My dad dragged me to the Arctic at 17, and a polar bear tried to eat me alive. I was 17 when my dad took me to the most remote place in the world. He was a scientist, and his team was studying the effects of climate change on the Arctic. We flew to a small town in northern Canada, then took a helicopter to a research station on the ice. The station was a small, cramped building, and the only way to get around was by snowmobile. The first few days were exciting. I got to see polar bears, seals, and other animals up close. I also learned a lot about the science of climate change, but after a while, the novelty wore off. The days were long and boring, and there was nothing to do. The only other people at the station were my dad and his colleagues, and they were all busy with their work. I spent most of my time reading books and playing games on my phone. One night, I was woken up by a loud noise. I went outside to see what it was, and I saw a polar bear trying to break into the station. I was terrified, but my dad and his colleagues managed to scare it away. After that, I couldn't sleep at night. I was constantly worried about the bear coming back. I also started to feel homesick. I missed my friends and family, and I wanted to go home. After a few weeks, my dad finally agreed to let me leave. We flew back to Canada, and I was so relieved to be back in civilization. I never want to go back to the Arctic again. It's a beautiful place, but it's also incredibly dangerous and isolating.